Hey, Obodo fam. Good evening. Evening, Obodo fam. Hi. Welcome to our live stream. How you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to hit the like button as you're coming in. Do remember to subscribe if you have not yet done so. How is everybody doing? This particular show, I don't understand why it seems like the gods that be don't want us to talk about this matter because we've tried so many times. I've set it up so many times, but just couldn't get to it. And I know that this has been on for a while. It's been in the social media space for a long time. And the very first time I actually heard about this case was when I saw a video of the wife or a post, not a video. I think she wrote something where she was, that is Mrs. Ayeni. So, welcome everybody. Let me just welcome you first of all. I heart you guys. Please give us a thumbs up. Welcome. We are here to discuss this matter regarding the former, they say is the ex-chairman of Sky Bank. His name is Tunde Ayeni. I'm sure he's a high chief. Yes. This matter has been ongoing for a long time. Thank you, Nelly's voice. How are you? Ladies, lovely to see you. It's been ongoing for a long time, oh. So, it's a question of a man, his alleged baby mama or wife, and the child they produced, and his wife. And just similar to, you know how we're talking about the Senate President Akpabio's matter the other day. I find Nigerian women, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe it's a strategy that works. I don't know why they do it. I never understand. But it's very, very common for you to see whenever a married person, a man, is being accused or dragged for whatever, you will see the wife will come out and be defending even before the man will say something. It's very, very common. Yeah. So I think it's something similar, but this one, I don't think it's just a side chick situation. I think it's much more than that from everything I've read about it. I'm sharing my link immediately because I think a lot of people know more about this than me because I didn't really look into it until recently. What's been happening? So the man's name is Tunde. Yeah, that's his name. And the woman, the one on my left, her name is Miss Adaobi. Alagu. And she has been the one that has been dragging this man over paternity of a child that he accused him of, being the father. And the wife, I understand she's a lawyer, has been the one that has been coming out to defend, to say that the child does not belong to her husband. However, I think they finally did DNA. I understand that the DNA was done in London. I think they will share it online. Anybody that sees it, please send it to me. I think they shared it online. Yeah. They shared it online, the DNA result, because of how public this matter was. It was a very, very public matter. And the DNA apparently shows that he is the father. But he still denies the paternity of the child. But the thing that is funny about this is that I actually saw when Adaobi's family came and returned bride price. So initially, when this matter was on social media, I thought it was just a question of, how, a powerful man millionaire or billionaire, whatever we call them, former bank chairman, and started dating somebody that he, I think they worked together. But I found out that later that they were actually married in the traditional sense. Traditional marriage is legal in Nigeria, by the way. Yeah. So in February, we saw when the family came and returned bride price, dowry. They have different DNA results. Lobaton. How can they have different DNA results for one child? I don't understand. How is it possible? How did that happen, Marriott? Please, gist me. Tell me what happened, because he's denying the DNA result now, saying that he's challenging the DNA and also suing this woman called Adaobi. So let me first go to this one of the returning of the bride price. The family of Adaobi. Let me show you guys so that you guys will see it. I'm reading it from the Daily Post. Let me just bring it up so that we can look at it together, because this matter, I don't understand. They do me like now you see, now you don't see. That's how he's doing me. Welcome, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. Welcome. Please subscribe. I don't understand. Why are they returning bride price if she was a side chick? So if they are returning bride price, it means at some point he paid the bride dowry, the bride price. Dowry, bride price, the same thing. This is it. So, there's even a video. Okay, this is the video. Let me first of all play the video for you guys. Oh, Rose is in the studio. Okay, Rose, let me play this video and then I'll bring you in. You might know more about me. So, as you guys, welcome. Is this just a question of a wife fighting for her marriage, or this is just something that, is dragged on for so long? Marriott said he claims she tampered with the results. He also said he was hoodwinked. What's that? Into paying for the bride price. But there was a whole ceremony. that one. Kato, that explanation, no water. I don't understand. There was a whole ceremony. How? What do you mean? Okay, so this is the video of them returning.
How down. And from today, if we agree together, which we have agreed, she will cease to have anything to do with Tunde. She will cease in communication, and on behalf of the family, we want to withdraw so that everybody will live their normal life. As far as the family is concerned, Adobe ceases to have anything to do with Tunde today. And Tunde has, by the grace of God, we have resolved to move our lives forward. So there's no more Ayeni, Tunde, Adobe matter. So whosoever is eating on the social media about it would stop, because we will not respond. So on behalf of the family of Alawi, we come to thank you. Adobe should go ahead to get her own husband and move away. No more intimidation, no more harassment, no more anything that were done with the family with this relationship. That is the standard of Alawi family. Thank you very much. Now, we are not traditional. This is a brand new Bible. And this is dowry. That was the seed.
They brought the dowry. Can you see? So this is not just side chico. To join the live stream, just use the who is asking how do I join the show? Are you new here? Okay, the link is in the comment section. Just click on the link in the comment section and then you will see. You jump in. Oh my God.
Sir, can I hand it over to you? Yes. Okay. So that we go. Please.
This is a whole board meeting, no? Ará àdúgbò. From family to family, this is a whole massive boardroom that they are doing meeting from one family to the other. It's not a small matter.
Okay. Okay. Now, we return this by the word of God, by the power and love that God shares within us. We have agreed that there was mistake, and we want to withdraw from those mistakes. Amen. And we want everybody to move ahead with their life. Yes. For us to be happy as a family, for Tunde and his family to be happy. Amen. That is why we are here. And that is simple. If you permit us, sir, God bless you, and we can live. Yes. Thank you.
And in accepting it, it's a man of peace. You spoke about peace. You repeated peace 7 times. Exactly. And we appreciate it because we want peace. We want peace too. Yes. And thank you for working towards that peace. Yes. And we promise that peace will be maintained.
Thank you, sir. We are here.
I like, you know why men, there's something I like about men. Men, they know they like plenty story. Anytime you see man when like plenty story, they get as it be. They are very, very, very straight to the point. No plenty details, just summary, you know. So this is the both families coming together to return bride price. So if they are returning bride price in every Nigerian culture, ladies and gentlemen, that woman was not a side chick. She was married. This is a marriage, okay? So it means he had a second wife. All this while they've been calling her side chick, side chick, side chick. She's not a side chick, according to our customs and tradition, Abi. Shemokura, if I lie, please correct me, or if I got it wrong. Now, somebody did a breakdown here. Let me quickly take this. Someone called Faith said, breakdown G's for team who are they? Allegedly, Tunde Ayeni, business mongo, Abuja-based lawyer, and Adaobi, his former longtime side chick, turned baby mama. Gigist is old and long, sha. He's stopping the baby mama from using his surname, Ayeni, for the baby. Okay. I think that's one of the contention. They were trying to stop her from using his name for the child. This child that they've been going back and forth about DNA or no DNA. And the person said the matter long ago, according to the gist, DNA proves the child is not his, and she's still insisting. Now, allegedly, they got married traditionally. They've returned the bride price now. And another person say, so you paid bride price even while married to another woman, yet you claim you had nothing to do with Adaobi. So what happens to the child that was proven by DNA to be your child? Child, you used money to buy the family over. Okay, so that's from the DNA. That's just from the bride price return. But I want somebody who really know how this matter started. If you really know how the cocoa of this gist, I want you to please come and talk to me. Ross, do you know the cocoa of how this matter started between Adaobi
and TB?
Welcome.
Oh, good evening. There's no, there's no saying, there's no way I can talk without talking too much.
Right.
But all I can say is, sorry, I'm trying to watch my words here. All I can say is, when a man doesn't have boundaries, things happen.
Yeah.
Right? And in Nigeria, right, it's okay for men to have side pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But most of them respect the home front, especially when, the woman was the one that virtually made the man.
Right.
I mean, the missus.
Yeah.
Right? But when a man doesn't have boundaries, at the end of the day, he brings disrespect
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Now, the missus, she's of a certain caliber, right? She's of a type, all those very close to God, minding their business, don't like being in the social light kind of person, right?
Right.
So I think the only thing that I would say is I would not go out defending my husband the way she did, right?
Exactly.
But if you're a woman of a certain um age and generation,
Mm,
you would see anybody. Imagine being in your home, right? And
mm,
somebody comes to knock on your door
right. Mm-hmm.
because they've fallen out with your husband. Now, when the two of them were doing their things, you were not involved.
Right.
So, obviously, is that person that invited her into the story, right? So, she would only see it in a certain way and go, oh, this person is a gold digger. But back to the crux of the matter, right? All I
Yeah.
can say is if men cannot keep their things in their pants, things
Mm,
happen.
yeah.
Things happen. All of the three people involved are seasoned lawyers. The missus is a lawyer herself.
Mm-hmm.
So they are not, and because I have inside, I can't really say much. But all I can say is she won't be the first, she won't be the last.
So what you're trying to say that
Without
no,
saying much.
yeah, no, 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 that's not good enough. Come on now, you called in for a reason, obviously,
Well,
because I'm not
I think
asking
the
you to.
summary, the summary that I've made is that the summation is that men should stick to their misses, right?
Mm-hmm,
If
mm-hmm,
you go all about with
mm-hmm,
young people, your daughter's age mates,
mm-hmm.
they're only after one thing,
Yeah,
a good life,
yeah,
right?
mm-hmm,
The lady's getting an apartment in like the VI of Abuja, right
right,
next to your office, some
yeah,
billions of pounds property, right,
yeah,
to be your side piece. And
yeah.
then I don't know what happened, you decide not to go on with it. That lady
Mm-hmm.
is not going to let go.
So she sued. She's just suing, and he's just suing him because I wanted to say that they had that meeting, and the families, both families, were like, "We don't want any problem anymore. Everybody should go on with their life. We
No,
return the
but the
bride
lady's
price."
not letting go though.
He's not letting go as well. He's just
I
sued
think
her.
I think I think the problem is there was a child involved. I don't know where the story got to, but you see, there all I
He
can say is
literally
that
just sued her. He literally just sued her that she is blackmailing him because he stopped giving her 5 million naira monthly or something like
but
that.
this girl didn't come from, I want to be fair and objective here. This
Right,
girl didn't just come from the streets. She might
right.
have been snatched from your best friend or something because there's history about the girl being passed around. I don't know. History about her being passed around their circle of friends,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
So she didn't just come from anywhere. She didn't just get the apartment right beside his office from anywhere. She didn't just get the flashy car she was driving. Was he one of those, I don't know, cars like that? But she didn't just get that car. She didn't just get those allowances.
Mm,
But I think again, like you were talking about Ned, these men, when
mm.
they're done. But at
So
times,
do
some of
you
these
think,
girls,
yeah, do you think that, it was good while it lasted? Obviously, he was with her. I mean, you can't deny the fact that he had an affair with this young woman. She's beautiful,
but she's
right?
not yeah.
Hold on,
I
it
don't,
doesn't
I don't,
matter.
I
We're
don't,
not
yeah.
contending whether she's the first or last. It doesn't matter. Let's stick to what's on ground, okay?
Mhm.
Whether she's the first or last does not count here. What counts is the fact that this young lady called Adelby is dragging this man that is old enough to be her dad over paternity and some other issues regarding their relationship. That's what we need to focus on. He is in denial. And the thing that really struck me at the beginning was the fact that the wife was all over the place, writing, like you said, she's a seasoned lawyer, and she was defending the husband. And I'm not saying that wives shouldn't defend their husband, but can you really trust somebody that much to the point that you can, put your heart on your hands on your chest and swear that I know my husband, he cannot do this? in that Nigeria. Can you do that? So she came all
You
out.
know,
You hold on. She came all out defending her husband. She will never accept the child is not her husband's child. This woman, the husband never had any relationship with Adaobi. Turned out that the husband paid bride price. So I mean, how do you reconcile that?
you see, that's why I started at the beginning and said that looking at both parties, looking at what's happened, right? I would never, but I would never defend a man like that. That's the only bit that I saw wrong with what the missus did, right? I would never, never, ever, ever defend a man like that because, especially if, I don't want to use the word, I was going to say philandry, but again, I also said, like our mothers, like, generation before us in the Nigerian setting, they are women of a certain age, and they would say, even when there's a side chick, they will be praying and saying the person is a devil, a demon.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you get what I
Wishing
mean?
him,
So there's
wishing her away. Yeah.
exactly. So that's all I can say, that, and obviously a woman that perhaps, when they came out of uni, they were both taking their CVs up and down, would see anybody coming in many years later
As
as
a
a
gold
gold
digger.
digger. Do
Yeah,
you understand? So that's where,
yeah.
it
That's what
wasn't.
her. So she was basically the wife, Mrs. Ayeni, was basically trying to defend her and her children's inheritance against
Do you see? And
this outside
exactly,
woman
and
that wants to come and reap where she didn't sow.
exactly, and it's not one where it's the guy that made the money. It's their both their
Both of
monies.
them. Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
understand what I mean?
I
Because
see
they,
what
they
you
were
mean. Yeah.
they were both lawyers, came out
Yeah.
of uni, first TV, first car, first property, first the many of the first. Do you understand what I mean? So that's why I said she's a woman of a certain age and
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
and era. But I would fault that bit because, if you're Lagos based and your husband is Abuja based, you're not going to know what's happening.
How does she feel now that it turned out that because she was Mrs. Ayeni was, and I think she has my empathy, to be honest, not the sympathy, I would say, because I think her husband, unfortunately, I like the fact that you mentioned that if you don't have self-control, you're gonna lose more than money. You lose your dignity, you lose your name, you lose your reputation. Because, sorry, this guy, they've been dragging him. This woman has been, this Adaobi, and everything that's happened, it's just been out there. And it's very, very disgraceful, it's shameful. And she has my sympathy, Mrs. Ayeni. However, now we know that he actually paid bride price. In Nigerian culture, when you pay bride price, that woman is no longer a side chick, she's your wife. How does she
Yeah.
feel now? How do you think she will feel now knowing that the husband did this?
Unfortunately, you see, like I think I've been trying to say the same thing over and over again. A woman of a certain era and age will still see it as, my husband. You can't bring this wokeness our way.
I know.
And
I know.
if you know how lovely, how pleasant, how generous this auntie is, you can't even
And she's also very pretty as
broach that
well.
kind of
Very, very pretty
topic with her.
woman. Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? If you go on towing, if you're a Nikeja based person, you will know her. She's very industrious. As a young girl, we used to go to our office on Towing Street. Very, very lovely, 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 pleasant auntie. And she's one of the kindest people I've met, to be honest. But again, you can't. So I'm too young to kind of say, auntie, how do you feel about? Do you understand what I mean? It's not in my place to.
No, I
Although,
wasn't expecting you to ask her, but I'm just saying
exactly,
that
but
for me, what I mean is that with everything she's done to defend her family, and she has a right to do that. I mean, I would feel like it would be embarrassing for her, knowing now that the husband actually married this girl, Adaobi. So she has a right to demand that you look after the child because she's a wife too. Side chicks don't care where you started from. Thank you very much, my dear Ross. Side chick don't care. If you like, build your empire with one woman that gave her 4 fingers for you. They not send. They've come to the orbit to come and chop. You are the one that wants them. And they usually go for all these very pretty ones. And this other will be seems like the one that is very, very assertive, fierce. She knows what she wants, and she's not going to back down because trust me, in Nigeria, with how powerful this couple are, for this tiny, young girl to be able to drag them for this long, it tells me something about her character. She didn't back down. So yeah, a child has been produced. And I do understand where Ross is coming from, that women of certain generation will never agree. She might be in denial, it's embarrassing for her and all that, but come on now, come on. The man married the woman. So unfortunately, Auntie, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry this happened to you, but it is what it is. It's your husband that didn't keep his bola in one place. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't have any problem with Adaobi. It's your husband that carries his bola, just as Ross said. She's not the first one. She won't be the last one. So there are other women that may have come that you people can chase away like that. But go away, I don't know you. You're a gold digger. You've come to reap where you didn't sow. But it's not everybody. That's why men need to be very, very careful. It's not everybody that you can F with like that and will just disappear. Some women never. They will drag you till thy kingdom come. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, let's move on now. Thank you so much, Ross. Easy. Hi, good evening. Welcome. Where are you joining us from and what do you have to say?
Hello, Auntie.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yeah.
I'm live from Abuja.
Oh, you are in the city where all this palaver happened.
Oh
You
my
must give
God.
me clue. Don't do like Ross. I don't want to say too much. Give me all
No,
the tea.
so the thing is, we're all hearing the same. I think we're all hearing from the same source, and I kind of followed the beginning of this whole issue rather. So I think when the going was good, everyone was I think Adobe and the said man were just cruising, and there are more information I read about a few years ago. I think she had done some abortions before this child, and probably was insisting that no, this one has to come, and so I think she had this one. So they have some binding activities that it's not easy to just wish away or pay off by giving away bride price or returning bride price. And this thing is a thing, I feel like it's a thing of the conscience. It's like you and someone, I'm married, we do something together, we discuss, we do a lot of things, we have some things that bind us, things we've said, things we've promised, and then maybe things came crashing, after the saga, the Skybank issue. I think the man had an issue with Skybank or whatever they said, fraud. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it is. So I think all of these things was going to dent his image, and then there was gist that he was going with chicks up and down. So I think he wanted to reduce the negativity about his Skybank issue. So Adobe must have be one person to take that fall, and I don't think she took it well. I mean, given the whole history that they have. And personally, what do I think?
I understand they were
It's
together for 10 years.
Yes, you can't wish that away. I mean,
Mm,
sorry, let me bring in Helen Ajayi and Dr. Ajayi, in context here, where
mhm.
if you date someone for that long, you become a civil partner. The law recognizes you as a civil partner.
Yes.
You can't just it's not, you can't just wish that person away and say they actually had something. Somebody can live a double life and
Yeah.
have a real life, a second life that is so real. So you can't wish it off. And I don't think it was the ultimate betrayal for this wife. And
Yeah.
I understand what you mean by you take and you have sympathy for the wife. I think I would also have sympathy for the wife. It's like, I trust you enough to deal with your mess and don't have to, smear it all around our family name or the reputation that we've had so far. You
Yeah.
can do your stuff. I don't need to
Yes.
know.
That's
It's not
what
my
a lot
deal
of
breaker.
Nigerian men.
Yeah, I don't
So
need to know. But
the
just
average
do it,
Nigerian
and
woman will
exactly.
expect you, a man of this caliber, they will expect you to carry your side chick, but
Yeah,
do
do your
it. A
thing.
lot of Nigerian women
Do
pack
your
condoms
thing.
for their
You see,
husband.
I don't want to say. I know some people will say, "Oh, Igbo guys, they respect their wife so much that whatever they do on the side, they don't like to rub it off or make it bring it to the forefront. They keep it down low. I'm not saying this is true for all women, but I think that men who are respectable, if you are doing your thing, playing here and there, you have all the money. If you cannot fear God, at least, I mean, fear
Respect
fear
your wife.
human being, respect
Mm-hmm.
your wife,
Mm-hmm.
respect the children that come from this wife, because
Mm-hmm.
you can do the thing, you can play around, but when you do all of these things and it brings shame to your children. And look, honestly, I feel like the man is even rich enough to even be assertive. Okay, I did this mistake, I did this, I'll take care of her. You don't have to be going, I mean, before God, if this child is his and he's doing this rather, I don't know. If this child, this girl, this baby girl is his and he's doing all of these things before God,
Do you
that's
think,
even much greater sin.
I
Honestly,
mean,
you
the way
I mean,
that,
what, a child is a child. You cannot throw
yeah,
a child away. You
is it
can
because
throw
of
the
the
mother
men?
away. You can't throw the child away. You
Mm-hmm.
understand all of these things? They said that she went to London. It was even the wife that insisted that they must go to the London to go and do the DNA. So how are they saying that the DNA, the result is not true? Like, this is before. I mean, unfortunately, Adobe made her choice, and these are the consequences, that are very likely to happen in scenarios like this. Some ladies get away with it. You understand? In this Abuja, they do these things, they still get away with it. They get things from the man, but not everybody. Situations can differ. And I think it's because this man had some. Is it business wise? His
Mm-hmm.
reputation was at stake, and there was a lot of rumor going about that. Oh, he was spending money with side chicks. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he was under pressure to show that no, he has no affiliation with
Was
side
using
chicks
he
or
was
whatever.
using
And then
bank money to be carrying side chick and
exactly,
giving them
and then
expensive
and then
lifestyle.
exactly, like what you said, the wife should have just sometimes, if your husband shocks you, you're
Mm-hmm.
not supposed to run with your leg first. You're supposed to calm down so that everything will unfold,
Mm-hmm.
because this one has different levels of apologies to give to you according to how everything is opening and revealing. You can't just
Mm-hmm.
go and run. Oh, no, 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 he was jazzed. It's not true. Something
Mm-hmm.
is going on. They were together doing stuff and you are not aware.
Mm-hmm.
You are not a party of whatever they were doing. So it's beyond what you know. You will
Mm-hmm.
need a lot of time to pass for you to know the depth to which your husband has entered. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, yes, we can say the devil was working what he was doing with them, and they were in agreement. So you can't just say the devil was working on the girl alone. Your husband too was part of it. And you, as a pastor, if you're praying, or God is making you to see things, you also need to. I mean, we need to. We don't have to be blindsided like Christians. We say, oh, this thing is before the devil will catch you. You will become in agreement. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't go about blaming this Adobe
It's not
as the devil
devil. It's
incarnate.
not
When your
devil. It's not
husband,
devil. It's
because
your lust.
have
Even the
you read
Bible
her
says it.
interview?
Which
Have you read her
can
interview? Her
which no
interview,
one.
she was saying something about in her interview, I mean, it's on one of these papers online. She was saying something about it was revealed to her that some people were jazzing the husband, and the husband did some of these things with close
That's
eye.
denial
Now,
tactic. That's what
you
Nigerian
know.
women used to
So
deny.
I mean, how do you say that? I mean, if your husband fell into the devil's trap, why did he? It's some certain kind of people that will fall into this kind of traps.
Mm.
So and unfortunately, people say that okay, if you see recently, I think 2 years ago, his daughter got married. I don't know if it's his daughter that is Adobe's mate, but it's online. You can check it, and you can see
Mm.
that they are age mates, and you can see like the man is still trying to come to that status that he used to be. Everything I noticed that everything has been so down low. They are just playing everything down. When the wedding happened, everything was just this man is of that caliber where if anything happens in his family, we should be hearing about it. It should be big gist. But everything was so down. Like, why is this news just so low? Nobody's talking about this marriage. Nobody's talking about. He's a high class man now.
Yeah.
So it's like everything has been so down for them, and it's unfortunate, honestly. And if that child is his, there's no need. He's a man. You can accept, even if he's as a pastor, you can't
We will
deny
know
it.
later.
You can't
Even if
deny
we
his
don't know
side.
now, they say he's a pastor. Is he a pastor too?
No, the wife is a pastor. You can't
Oh,
deny
okay.
he's a
I see
pastor.
the
So
interview
are
now.
we lying here? Yeah, are we lying? If sometimes you don't know. This thing might be true. That child might be his. But they're all trying to play around so that they get this girl off on this and that. Well, time will tell. If that girl grows up and begins to look like the man, they don't need any DNA anymore. And again, even if she doesn't look like the man, he will still answer before God.
What I don't
You can't
understand
deny
is
a child
that
his fatherhood.
what I don't understand is that if she was the one that suggested they should go to London, they went to London for DNA. Why are they not denying the result of the DNA if it was done in London? Did Ada come to London to tamper with the results in London? I don't understand that bit.
Refuting that result. We don't know the premises on which they are refuting that result. So that's what is really unclear. Because according to the wife, I mean, the wife said go to London and we will not support any DNA from Nigeria, whatever. They went to abroad. So I don't know if she was escorted. I don't know how the thing reached, but they still denied it. And I don't know if I think somebody was saying something about the court has to issue this one and it has to be returned to the court. The court has to be involved in any DNA thing. But I think at this point, the man just wants to be. He doesn't want to care about he just wants to be done with everything, But you don't wish a child away like that.
Let me read this. This is quite interesting. So they were interviewing the wife. Let me see the date of this interview. When was this?
Yeah, I think that's what I read. That's the piece.
Yeah, this is July 31st, 2023. She said, what God told me about my husband's alleged mistress. Can you mute yourself?
Okay.
Okay, is echoing. This is what God told, according to her, God told her this. This is my problem with Nigerian women. The denial is too much. But I think it's a way of coping. It's a way of coping because sometimes when your heart cannot take the pain that you are going through, you find ways. And the number one ways that most Nigerian women use to hide this pain or to survive, to protect their heart is God. God told me about my husband's alleged mistress. She said, it may appear as if my husband's name is always associated with messy affairs with one lady or the other. Still, it doesn't change my opinion of my husband. And you cannot convince me that my husband is a flirt because I didn't marry him as a flirt. Of course, auntie, you didn't marry him as a flirt because he didn't have money that time. That's it, you didn't have money. If you guys started together when you just finished university, carrying CV up and down like the previous caller said, it would not have been a flirt then because he was just trying to survive. Oh my God. Wow. The level of denial. She said, she said that God revealed something to her about her husband's alleged mistress. So we now know that all these alleged mistress they've been using is even wrong. It's wife. She was wife number 2. She just didn't move into your home. She said he was alleged to have fathered a child, a daughter, by Miss Alegwe, a claim that he has denied in a press statement released in March of 2023. Mr. Ayeni, in the same statement, however, confirmed that he was in a relationship with Mrs. Alegwe that ended in 2019. So he agreed that he was in a oh my God. All these uncles, man, I know they stay in our white now. He agreed that he was in a relationship with her. Oh, Jesus. So the Mrs. Ayeni was addressing this all the scandal in her marriage with this day newspaper. She's a mother of 3. She said God gave her a revelation. She said that in the midst of the scandal and allegation threatening her 31-year-old marriage, she sought the face of God and God gave her an answer. Truth be told, The first thing I did when I heard the news was to check with God if indeed he would fold his arms and he would fold his hands and allow anyone destroy a home he used his hand to build and guide jealously for 31 years. And he told me that her claim is untrue and I should disregard it. In the end, the truth will prevail. The young lady knows the father of her child. And when I checked with my husband, he told me that the child was not his. God has spoken. And my husband has also spoken. Nothing else matters. So I am not moved by naysayer or rumors about this claim. I think this is just I don't know. You know, Nigerians, we are very, very, very funny set of people. Instead of going to God, it's good to go to God. The place of God is always important in everything. However, interpretations I would think that we hear from how we hear from God can easily be misconstrued based on our emotions, our feelings, and the outcome that we want. This is a very simple matter. The man has already agreed that he had an affair with this woman. It is the case of the paternity of the child that is being disputed. Simple. Get a neutral body. A very neutral, if it's to set up committee, you know, Nigeria like committee. Just set up a committee of neutral, bring all the people that are from one country that nobody, Adaobi's family will never know. Don't influence it. Let science tell whether that child is yours, is your husband's own. Which one is ahead of the voice of God? I seek God. Not those ones. Come on now. Easy. What do you think about that?
No, what I think is honestly, it's as a Christian, right? We can make a mistake. You can actually make a mistake in this life, but you should not. What is not good is when you try to use another mistake or another, whatever
Another error
plan
to
to
cover one
yes,
error.
to cover it. I think what God does not like is when you are not repentant.
Yeah.
You can commit sin, but you have to come contrite. Even on behalf of your husband, this thing she's doing, even as a pastor, it's wrong. If your husband really, really did this, you people are supposed to come in 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 repentance, as a couple. I mean, it's not your business, but to say, okay, God, something broke in this marriage. We want it back again, and
It does
but
happen.
we cannot
Even
throw away
pastors.
a whole human being,
I mean,
which
it
is the
does.
child.
I don't understand this. Go
You
ahead.
can't throw a whole child away. I think that's if God was to, look at this, that's the child didn't do anything, the child should not suffer, a lack of fatherhood because a pastor says he heard from God. You think God does not care about the child?
And this is a pastor that has an interest in the case because her
Exactly. You
family
think
is
God does
being
not like
dragged.
the child? You think your own children your husband had made a mistake. Thank God is still alive, right? To even ask for repentance or to return bride price.
The way
Things
we
can
use God,
change.
we use God in Nigeria. Sometimes, as Christians, we use God to suit our purpose.
And it's
God was
wrong.
God not there when the husband was having an affair? Why did
Was
God
doing
allow?
it, yeah.
Why did God allow his bola to work? Did God not know that he's committing adultery?
Exactly.
So you can't
You
just
know,
be taking God's name like. To me, that's like
no.
taking God's name in vain.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to just send them away and have nothing. Remember Sarah's girl when they chased her away. God
Yeah,
saw her. So
yeah.
I'm just looking at this thing. There's a way this in the future things can play out. God will see, not because of the sin, but he will look beyond the sin and have mercy upon Ada and her daughter, where the shame and the reproach, he will turn it around for good for them. And I'm not saying this to encourage any, side chick or anything. It's just how we handle people, handle each situations, difficult situations. You have to face yourself and face your sin and then do the right thing, not to use error to cover error to,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
see what
clear,
you
even
mean.
in my spirit, I feel like even if the child is not his, there are ways to go about things without really casting, because you're also guilty
So let me
casting
ask
to
you
this.
this, easy, before you go, because I have
Yeah,
so many people that want to contribute. Before you go,
yeah.
looking at this drama and for how long it's been dragging, do you honestly think that will be is I mean, let's do it by percentage. If you want to rate it just personally based on the evidence that we've seen, or how this matter has played out on social media over the years, or what percentage do you think she's lying? Do you think there's a possibility that this could be Ayeni's child?
I don't think
10
she's.
years?
Okay. Something tells me, if you're lying as a woman who has a child for someone, they say a woman knows the child that is hers, right? Or knows the
That knows the
father,
father of the
who,
child.
yes, the father of the child, right?
Mhm.
So except she was sleeping with a lot of people, maybe that's where we say, okay, the man has something on her. But if she's sure, because also if you go and read more into all of the news going around, this is not her first child. She's done abortions according to the news that has gone around. She's done abortions for him. So, but this one, she said no, she can't. She has to have this one.
Yeah.
So, if I feel this is like, for me, it's like because if she's still insisting, or the man is still insisting that you know what it is for you to write somebody's name, your son name, a man's son name on your child's this thing, and you are doing this despite the wife's back end work to really, take you off. That tells you that this lady knows, and she's a lawyer, like you said. She knows that this child, and then they can't refute. If they want to even refute it, it has to go to court. The DNA has to be, the result has to be done by the court
I
or
don't
whatever,
think the court
and
can do anything. They want to
ascertained every yes. So
Mm.
I feel like for her to be really insisting on this thing, this news hasn't died. I mean,
Did you,
and why is the man so pushy?
you
You are
went to
trying to,
London to do DNA.
yeah.
You said they should go to London and do DNA. They did DNA. The DNA said the father, he's the father. What are you still denying? What is the, I don't
What are you
understand.
denying?
Nah,
What are you
I don't
denying?
believe. I believe it's because of what is at stake. That's why this
Yeah,
accused.
because what's at stake? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if the paternity, let's do paternity. What does
But
he
there's
want?
nothing at stake at this point. In fact, I feel like if he even accepts the child, he could even begin to rebuild his reputation in Nigeria, like society
Because
reputation,
this
because
has
he knows that, okay,
dragged
this
on
man
for
is
so long.
responsible.
He has
Yes, he would have
dragged
done,
on
okay,
for
this
so
is my
long.
child. Okay, I'm rich enough to take care of her. But maybe, of course, don't take the excesses of the child chick. But I'll take care of this child. My wife to comes around, so okay, we'll deal with this. Before God will deal with this. But to keep fighting, I think this is not him alone. It's the wife. He's also trying to save the honor of his wife. But this is not the way
Nah,
to do that.
it's
I
dragged it
think
in
it's
the
also the
mud.
wife. He's
Mm.
trying to save her honor. I think so too.
No, it's too late. Thank you so much, Easy. Say hello to everybody in Abuja. I miss you guys in Abuja. I'm coming back soon. Thank you for your contribution. Before I come to you, Nade, I want to read something again. This is the interview that he granted. So this thing is also funny. What's his name? Mr. Ayeni. This is back in 2023. So see how long this matter has been going on. No? Back in 2023, let me read this one. This is what he had to say, because it seems like nobody is believing the evidence. This one at the matter of guys, please give us a thumbs up. No matter, even if they go to heaven to do DNA, I don't think they will agree. I think they've already taken a stand, because remember, Mrs. Ayeni said she heard from God. Okay, so what power is more superior than God now? So DNA is not going to change anything. That's my own personal belief. But back in 2025, February of 2025, this year, this is what Mr. Ayeni said. He said, the lady is being clever by herself, by half. She's haunted by her reckless past and is truly desperate. It is this desperation that is pushing her on this journey of infamy and ultimate disgrace. It is become necessary. He said that the DNA is fake. So let me start from the beginning. The controversy surrounding the paternity of the daughter of Abuja-based Lady Adaobi Aligwe has once again popped up on the media, and her release of a DNA certificate, which businessman Dr. Tunde Ayeni emphatically describes as not only compromised but fake. So in a press release, which he personally signed Mm. Dr. Ayeni said it has become necessary to once again address this persistent and shameful campaign of blackmail, deceit, and defamation orchestrated by Mrs. Adaobi Aligwe. When I say the certificate is fake, it is a petition informed by indisputable facts. First, the results was meant to be out in 5 days. Later, a letter purportedly from the center came pushing the dates, kept pushing the dates. The results will be ready by 2 extra days. When we cross-checked with the center, they denied knowledge of the said letter and the Indian name that signed it. At this point, it became crystal clear to us that the process has been compromised and that the outcome cannot be genuine. We have since discovered other nefarious steps taken to come about the so-called DNA certificate. Why do they need to come to London to do DNA? Are there no centers to do DNA in Nigeria? Because Koyemi, I don't understand. Why did they need to come to London? Oduna, they welcome. Is there any reason? Please unmute yourself. Where are you joining us from? Why did they need to come to
Hi,
London?
I calling from um Dublin.
Welcome. What do you have to
Thank
say
you.
there?
For me, I think everybody has said um a lot, and basically, like everybody has talked. I agree with a lot with everything you guys have said, but I'm just even wondering, like, why Adobe is still pushing on for the matter, because I know I know we can say, oh, she's fighting for her child, but
Mm,
at the end of the day, like he's not going to take care of the child, even if it is established
mm,
that he's the father. Do you get, like, I don't think he's going to take care of the child. And I also feel like he is a narcissist. Just even, I think I've watched some videos when they were giving the bride price back. I don't know if you've seen that video, but
yes,
there was
we
a
played it at the
there
beginning. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So I
Mm.
didn't join from the beginning because I was at work, but like for him to like come and collect his bride, like come and collect his bride price, everything, I just feel like
Did
he
he
is
did
a,
he tell his wife that he married her?
I know he didn't tell her, but at the end of the day, I feel like one, she's living in denial. But I still feel like for that would be like, she made her own mistake, because the man being with her, right,
Mm, mm,
was hurting. She should have had some form of idea that, okay, the first wife would not be happy with it. I mean, they were together for 10 years. Do you get? So I don't know. For me, I know everybody's saying that, oh, she is a wife. The truth of the matter is that in Nigeria, right? Yes, we have our traditions and stuff like that, but the law is the law, and the law supersedes any culture. And the law did not recognize her as a wife.
why did the law
So
not recognize her as a wife?
because you can only have one wife in Nigeria, just
Really?
legally. No,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it's on. That's what I
But I
heard
thought
though.
I thought that the law recognizes traditional marriage as well.
No, no, no. Like if there is one wife that that was married
Okay,
legally,
one will be
that is the
legal.
main
Okay, the rest will
wife.
be illegal.
The
Okay,
yes.
I see.
So
Sorry,
let me not
I'm
say
sorry
they will
to
be
laugh.
illegal. Let me not say they will be illegal, but like that one that was married under the law has more
Mm,
rights than the other
yeah.
person. So
Okay.
I feel
Mhm.
like I mean, I sympathize with the situation of the woman. I personally think I sympathize with the situation of Adobe. I think the man himself is a narcissist, and
Yeah.
I feel like he's a narcissist, but knowing that he is a narcissist, I feel like whatever Adobe wants, he is not going to give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
And so she is just going to be stressing herself, even if they establish that the child is his child and everything. If the
Mm-hmm.
child gets in contact with him, he might
Mm-hmm.
not really treat that child, like with love. You understand? There might be things he might even do that would affect the child. So I just don't know why she is really dragging this thing with him. And the reason why I'm saying it is because I just feel like she herself, she's not innocent. You were
Of
with a
course,
man who
she's
is
not. Mm-mm.
you were with a man who is like he was cheating on his wife, so he doesn't have any morals. And
Yes.
then for the Abiola woman, I was even thinking, I know there was a lady, there was somebody who talked earlier where she was saying the whole Sarah thing.
Mhm.
Um and I feel like that is I feel like the Abiola, the wife is in that position Sarah was, where like from her own perspective, all Sarah
Let's
wanted
leave
was,
Sarah alone. Let's just forget about Sarah. This is
I know,
Nigeria.
I
And
know, but
Sarah is stories that happened in how many 1,000 years ago. So yeah, let's
no,
just
but
leave that.
I still feel like it is human feeling. The Sarah wanted the other woman to go away. That was all Sarah wanted. And I feel
Mm.
like that is what this Abiola wants. She just wants the other woman to
Somebody said something that
disappear.
I believe is the situation here. Let me see if I still pinned it. Not Tara. You said I know one of the so-called married friends who also harassed me when I worked in one of the banks. Friends of the same feather, freaking feather. You don't verse so. You don't verse seriously. But somebody said something. I think I may have pinned it earlier on, and it's basically along the lines of that was the condition that they suspect that the condition that the wife gave him because now he's messed up. The news is out there. This girl is busy. Okay, yeah, Joy. This is it. I found it. Can you see their picture? He's basically old enough to be her father. This man is oh god. Now what? So Joy said they are the Ayenis are denying the paternity of the child to please the wife, who may have given him some condition, and to humiliate her, that will be and teach her a lesson. Yeah. I think it's possible that yeah, it's one of the conditions she's giving him that, okay, I'm going to stand by you, but you must deny that child. I'm even surprised that he agreed that, they were lovers. And I mean, and this is not to excuse Adaobi's behavior. Oh. I know some fragile wives who always feel, uh, you guys know this platform, we never support anything like that. So, as a matter of fact, I don't have any sympathy for Adaobi. I think she got exactly what she deserves. Yeah.
I also want to say something.
Yeah,
Usually
because
when
when
things
you go
like this,
around looking, to you know the man is married, but because of what you are gaining from it, because what happens to no? You can say no. I know you are not the one that went to toast the man, but when they see, Nigerian girls, some of them, this is the life they want, and it's only married men that can give it to them. So, we know they there when you they chop, when you they enjoy yourself, they live for. They say is the VGC, I be what they call them, the most expensive area of Abuja, riding the best cars. Kintiwa, what thing can consign us now? When you and Ayeni were enjoying your life up and down, we're not there. Why are you stressing everybody on social media now that the man has turned his back on you? Haven't I told you guys on several occasions on this platform, Nigerian men don't leave their wife for side chick. They don't. They just want to have you as a side piece there and hide you in corner. Is either you're okay with it or you are not. But they will always run back to mommy in the house. Go ahead, Odunade, my dear.
yeah, I was saying that usually, I don't know, in Nigeria, yes, like you said, men don't leave their wives, but like usually it's usually the other way where like, okay, the older wife is the one that doesn't have any say, whereas the younger one is like that new thing. So I feel like she was gambling with her life. She was a young girl in her 20s when she first met the guy, and it's possible that if she had done, it's possible that if she had done the right thing and lived her life the right way, she might not be
Mm-hmm.
with a man who's as rich as the Ayeni guy,
But
but
she'll have
she will be
peace.
happy.
She'll have
Exactly.
peace. Look at her now, being dragged up and down with this her picture that look like it look like the kind of picture they take when they, in the US when they arrest you. Mug shot. It look like a mug shot. That picture looks like a mug shot. The stress that this girl had put herself in under for how many years because of by force relationship. The man has crawled back home now that he's crawled back to his wife. That's what they do. Because he knows that the wife knows where all the bodies are buried. So he better not overstep. Now you are here on social media every day shouting every day that you are going to court every day. The wahala, don't stress us, though. Brad Bio, I thought I saw you in the comment in the studio a minute ago. Please come back in. Odunade, thank you very much, my dear. Let us move on. I'm about to end. You are next. Welcome. Please unmute yourself. Ross, why did you come back? You that don't want to say anything. You say you don't want to say anything, but you still came back. I don't understand. I thought you said you didn't want to give anything away. We want people that
I already said so much, though.
No, you didn't. You didn't say
I
what we don't
started
know.
by saying that men should respect, their homes, right? And that if a man does not respect their home, then they should be dragged from here to hellfire or wherever.
Yeah.
So that's a lot in itself. But I don't know. Like you said, people have been talking, and I just think, the summary there is both of them had an affair, right? People should learn to know when things end, right?
Yeah.
If there's a child is innocent. If there's proof to say the child is yours, then look after the child. But I don't think that, from my understanding and where I stand, right? And I stand in a very good place, right? What the media has been peddling is nothing but lies.
About what?
About, the girl being classmates with
the daughter.
Never.
With the daughter. They were
Did
not
this Adobe
classmates.
school in the UK? Did Adobe go to Warwick? Never.
It might be
So half
secondary
of
school.
the things.
It might not be uni.
See, there are a lot of people in Nigeria that are wealthy, right? And not everybody is loud. But I'll tell you something. This one for facts, right? Those children schooled here.
In their secondary school.
We're talking about one of the wealthiest families in Nigeria here. They might not be loud. They might not be, and I think one of the callers said their daughter's wedding was very low key. Have you ever seen these people in the papers? No. They are very, very modest. I mean, the missus, right? Even the guy. Most times, even if you see Mr. Ayeni, you see him alone. Dr. Ayeni, you see him alone. The wife is very, very private. Very, absolutely private. So again, back to so there's a lot of, people are putting things in the media. It's a bit like, let me digress a bit. It's a bit like this bank guy that died in that ill-fated aircraft.
Yeah.
You saw how they pushed the narrative of the grandfather suing his granddaughter. Do you see? And again, it was all whoever got into the media first. Anyway, back to the story that we're talking
suing
about.
them. He's suing the granddaughter.
He wasn't suing the granddaughter.
He is. It's just we just have clarity on why he's doing it now.
No, he wasn't suing the and to be, if you read the court papers, he sued Access Bank. No, he sued Access Bank. The lawyer of Access Bank went to a magistrate to add Tochi to the case. But anyway, let's
how are we gonna know that it's the lawyer that added it then? It's what we saw. We saw that we saw the court document.
Yeah, but because they know how Nigerians think.
But so that means
anyway, it's always who gets to the press first at times. Whoever can manipulate the press, the court of social media. Anyway, let me focus on what we're focusing on here. The girl is young.
So you have 1 minute, please, so that I can
move
on.
The girl is young, right? I think what they should do is, because they're disputing the DNA, let them get an independent DNA company or whatever to do the stuff. And if the guy is the father of the child, he should be liable. But you falling out with your sugar daddy and then going to the wife and thinking the wife will back you up, that would not work. Women of certain ages or generation always hold tight. I won't do that, and I don't condone to that. And men, please keep your things in your pants, right? Stay faithful to your missus. And missus, please stop defending men. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you so much, Ross. I do understand where where a lot of this is coming from. See, I have zero empathy for side chicks who date married men, get pregnant, and then they come to. That's why you saw it's not just Ada Obio. The other one in Kenya, every day that girl is on social media posting, come and do DNA, oh, come and do DNA. It's become an embarrassment. If I have to talk about that thing, the way I will blast that girl, honestly, it doesn't sit well with me. And don't you have any dignity for yourself? When you were spreading your legs and sleeping with a man that you met because you want to do hookup and come to Nigeria to collect money, you didn't know. No, I'm not excusing that other one that is like Humpty Dumpty, according to Tonto DKO. However, for you to be getting pregnant, you getting pregnant because you are doing runs, then you should have the money to look after the child. Nobody forces you to get pregnant. Why are you getting pregnant in the first place? And now you're on social media. I mean, I'm looking at the Kenya people. I'm like, don't you people, can't you call this girl in? She's shaming your whole country. She's bankrupt from looking at it after a child. If you cannot even look after a child, why do you make yourself a single parent and you are bankrupt from looking after a child that is just 2 years old? He's not started uni. He's not gone to primary school. Whoa! If I shake my phone, you come to do runs and then you carry belly. Then you come and start disturbing us every day for DNA. You welcome, Jare. Well, don't side chicken. It's true now. It's very annoying. Come on, carry your child. Come on, carry your child. He said he doesn't want. You keep the child.
Keep the child, exactly.
Keep the child.
You got pregnant. You get to do wrong. Every day you be posting on social media, come and do DNA. Your child is finishing my money. Anyway, back to Ayeni issue. Everybody are, all giving their thoughts on it. And I just feel like I'll be addressing Adobe. We all know Ayeni is not a responsible human being. He has a case before EFCC for 25 billion money laundering in 2019. So we all know people of that caliber are not people you can say, okay, let me defend to heaven and back, because they engage in all sorts. So if Adobe has been with this man for that long, and she's a legal practitioner, a lawyer, as they've said she is, and this man even opened a law firm for you and all of that, got you property in Abuja, can you not now, with all those money you've gathered all this while, can't you enter house, for Christ's sakes? Just enter house and stop making noise. Did you think that this man was going to leave his family for you?
I wonder.
Even though, he married you traditionally. Even though he came out, because we saw pictures on social media when they did the bypass payment and all of that. We saw pictures of when the man did her 30th birthday lavish party and all
when
of that.
When she was enjoying that time, she didn't call us. Now she will not allow us to rest.
Do you understand? So I don't get it. So what her family should have said to her is, Auntie, you've made mistake already. You have this child already. We know this child is his. But let's find a way to settle this. Find out how much he's going to be paying you monthly or something. Because these men, the moment you decide to attack them, hey, you will not have
double
peace.
Down. Yeah.
Yeah. You will not come and have peace now. Let's see you. You will not have peace. They will double down. What's this lady's name? That even married what's that one that when she left her husband, the man took all the 4 kids, all the twins and triplets and all
FFK.
that. If you dare them, they will mess you up. Because as somebody said, those men, they are narcissists. They don't care. Once you say that you want to have sex with them, they will deal with you. So the best thing for you to do is to enter house. Just the one you've collected, use it and now take care of yourself and your child. And hope that one day he will have a change of heart and then say, okay, you should be collecting 5 million or 2 million or whatever as the case may be. So if you want to be somebody's side chick, just know it's not going to last forever. So in that period that you're doing that madness that you're doing, secure the bag. Is that not why they're there? That is why that. So when you enter and then you don't want to take over the entire household,
When they were
crazy.
giving her the 5 million, we were not there. Oh. We didn't see anything. Exactly. No. Nothing is our own. No. Now that 5 million has stopped, Adaobi will not allow us to rest.
This man would up. The man has now chased her from that
up and down.
The law firm that he opened for her, he has shut it down. The house, he has pursued that. So, because you're now showing him that, okay, you have sense. He will now show that he's been in this business for so many years.
Now, can you see them doing? Let me show you when they were doing love.
That was our 30th birthday.
Oh, let me show the big image so you can see them holding his head and cuddling and doing love in Tokyo. We're not there. Now you want to go and meet the wife. What do you expect the wife to do now? To come and be doing?
I know the wife. She will come because you're talking of somebody that she's been with since when they were young from university. You now think that one day she will now say, "Okay, come and take over." Are you crazy? A Nigerian woman? No, it's not possible. She will deal with you. She will use God and tell you that she's a pastor. And she will still use that God.
God spoke to her.
She said God told her it wasn't even possible. That it didn't happen.
Oh my God. Hey. Oh.
So yeah, people need to learn. Learn, or you learn the hard way, according to this bloody annoying boy, the man on social media. You learn the hard way. If you make a mistake, just know, oh God, I've erred. I'm not saying the
time that he was going to meet her, that would be celebrating 30th birthday for her.
Exactly.
They were paying bride price. Look at the way they were looking at each other's eyes. They were. I wish I can enlarge this image.
Now felt she's now second wife. Therefore, she now has anybody who say you now have a to be talking. You can now start saying anything because you're saying, what? Who the hell?
He's a Yoruba man. No, it's not an Igbo man. No, Ayeni is not an Igbo man. No,
exactly. He's not an Igbo man. So you should know also the moment, who knows what really caused the problem for them to now start dragging themselves like this. Because when they were chummy and eating their money quietly, we didn't hear. So something must have triggered it. And then she's not backing down. Whatever that triggered it, she would have backed down at that point and pleaded, okay, now we have the child. Because stories also had you on social media that he even traveled with her to the US to give birth, and that he was the one that caught the umbilical cord. And he signed the birth certificate. That's what they said.
So it's an American.
He signed the birth certificate. Just give birth. And then a birth certificate needs to be signed by father and mother. So unless the woman says there is no father. Unless you say there is no father, maybe you did IVF or whatever, then you can sign it by yourself.
This one, because now people, Nigeria, and that's another thing they do that it annoys me. It just annoys me. I don't know. People will not say he used juju on her. She used juju to catch him. He does not have juju. It's someone that was does not have juju.
It's because they don't put their thing in their pants.
No,
they don't go around dipping it into every hole, and they forget that there are some you will dip in. The problem that you carry from that hole that you dipped into.
It's juju. She used to catch this Agbaya man. She used juju to catch him to go and pay bride price too.
To go and pay bride price. Juju. No.
I mean, whatever learn how to believe themselves. If people believe that, then you believe anything.
It's not juju. It's not juju. The man, he probably started with, I like you, and then he progressed. Before you know it, she became the main chick, and then, she's doing everything to secure, because such a man of such caliber. Those Abuja girls, whether they hear word, you catch him, you want to put him in your pocket and say, he is mine. Before you know, he's paid your bride price.
Yeah.
And then everybody's saying,
she's a fine girl now. I see, look at her. She's like a younger version of his wife. Do you understand?
I hear she was even an ex-beauty queen, not beauty queen, but she contested for one of those pageants in Nigeria.
So it's not like he was sweeting them. And that's why I said to wives, if you are married to someone and for whatever reason somebody came and say, I was dating him, he slept with me, or I have a child for him, whatever, just sit down and look. Just the look.
Exactly. That's another thing. The wives.
A little dignity.
The thing is, silence is actually an answer. We need to understand that silence is an answer.
Don't go out there on social media and say, my husband didn't
sleep with me. Don't be saying I'm be vouching for him. He will never, he's never. Because as soon as she finished her press conference or whatever, the social media flooded with pictures of her husband during the traditional marriage, when they went to US, during her 30th birthday, and all of that. And then she will not be disgraced. Why? Just be quiet. You were not there when it happened. It's like Akpabio and the wife that said, "Oh, we don't have the house in the cottage." But do you know? You don't know. You really don't know what these men are capable of. You don't know. You were not there. So just as soon as they come with that kind of thing to you, just quiet. Can you comment? I have no comments. Just be still. Because what's the point of commenting? You're not leaving your husband. You're not leaving your home. So just be quiet. And admonish him when he comes into the house and say, that woman that you're messing around with, you better cut off wherever. You know, but don't go speaking to the press. So your name will not be anywhere because somebody mentioned she's a very private person. She should have remained private.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think she thought she was trying to defend the husband. She was fighting for the family's name.
Why?
That's why I'm asking. You know, I was asking
for your family inside the house. You don't have to come out. Because we know you're not going anywhere. You know your husband is not going to go anywhere anyway.
Anybody. The only person I can fight for are my children. I'm not fighting for any man. No, I cannot do it. But I know some of like the other caller said, there is a certain generation of women that they feel it. They are the archangel, holy Michael, that fight all the battles of their husband. Good for you. So where will you put your face now? Seeing your husband like this in another woman's arms? And you are still denying, babe.
If you have seen the picture of their when they did the bride price, wearing and co.
I'm trying to look for the picture. Honestly, I'm trying to look for that picture because we need to see.
It's embarrassing. Meanwhile, the DNA you mentioned that you've not seen it, I've forwarded it to your IG.
If you have the wedding pictures, please forward it to me. DM it to me very sharply. Jesus is Lord. Hi. Oh my God. Nigerian men and their side chicks. Their side chicks. I mean, I think we need to put a law now, pay. Anybody that is having side chick up and down, when Gawa gas, don't call us, we don't even want to hear.
But the thing is, if they don't call us now, we'll not be having this conversation.
We won't have this gist. We don't
and there'll be nothing to learn from, because people need to learn and see that being a side chick is not a guarantee that you would make it in life. It's only for a moment and it will be over. The man will pack his load and go back to his family. It's as simple as that. Just have that at the back of your mind. Don't think that, you've progressed from side chick to whatever, to second wife and all of. One day he's going to say, please, I'm done.
She progressed to second wife.
Man is just enough to be your father.
The wife now said, no, that progress, you're only going to be, that wife is null and void. Thank you very much for
the wife. When I remember the whatever she made and said that Adobe should know that as a lawyer, that birth certificate does not make you somebody's wife. That the fact you have a birth certificate, you have a birth certificate of a child does not translate into a marriage certificate. At that time, the social media have now blown up with, pictures of a traditional marriage and all of that. But again, that marriage is null and void. It is null and void because he's legally married his wife. He has not divorced her and has gone to pay your bride price.
But
so the eyes of the law,
does Nigerian constitution not give? Does it not recognize traditional marriage or polygamy?
For polygamy. So now, when Ayeni, we don't know if he had not married his wife under the law, under the Marriage Act, then he's allowed to take as many wives.
Right.
But as soon as you marry somebody under the Act, you cannot do another marriage.
Every other marriage the law will not recognize.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think I'm getting it now. Okay. Yeah. So if he had not married her in court, then
so basically there are two types of marriage in Nigeria: marriage by the Act and your customary marriage. So marriage by the Act can either be done by a recognized church, that does everything. The Marriage Act has all of that, or you go in the traditional way, which is the customary marriage.
So this is the DNA. Thank you for sending it. Please send me the traditional marriage photos as well. If you have them, quickly DM them to me. I need to lay my eyes on them because this is interesting.
Let me find my other phone.
And she said that, and this is the results.
And it's 99.9%.
Alleged father, John Olatunde Ayeni. You see your life outside, uncle. You see your life outside. Alleged. Alleged. Eh? Eh? He still deny 99.999999999999997.
Trust me, Mr. B, see, Mr. Auntie B, we know that Ayeni is the father of that child. We know.
999
Because
on the
there's no way, I don't see how Adobe will have the chance to be sleeping around with that kind of big man in her corner. I really just see it.
I don't want to sound as if I'm taking side with side chick, but usually when they are fighting like this, you see, that's why I keep using that Pascal zone, the Cubana, whatever, the Humpty Dumpty. That one too. You will know the way the social media people say, Shebi is man that used to fight that always chase woman for DNA. This one is the woman that is chasing, though. She's been chasing. Come and do DNA. Come and do DNA. I will adopt the baby in your house. Come. Cubana no gree do DNA. Usually, when these side chicks, when they fight like this, when they are like this, you know, you are the father. Uncle, you are the father. You
And
are the
that Kenyan
father.
woman
Just
is so annoying
house.
because they said she's got like 2 other kids from another man or so.
One
In
other.
that Kenya. Now, why is she not dragging the Kenyan man?
She came to
Why
Nigeria
is she
to look for
dragging
a
Cubana
Odogu.
chickens?
Unfortunately, she carried baby from Lagos. She didn't ask them properly how they used to do side chick. She now did it wrongly and did side chick.
First thought you don't carry belly, you come to
that's to tell you that it's not a ministry. Side chick runs is not your ministry. Cancel it. Don't ever do it again. Cancel it from your life. You know, you are not born to do runs, auntie. Go and sit down in Kenya and look for a job or something. Or come to Nigeria and look for a job. Sabio, welcome, Ojare. How are you, my brother?
Auntie B, I greet you.
Thank
Happy.
you very much. Oh. How you doing?
I did, my sister. I've been off and on this show, but I want to say it well and analyze, and I want to speak as a man. I don't
Your
know.
audio is not very good, though.
Can you hear me?
We are hearing you, but your audio is kind of it's not sounding well. Are you using Bluetooth?
All right. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, that's better. Thank you very much.
All right. So I said I want to speak on behalf of the men.
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. I don't know whether other on behalf of the men. Let me speak on behalf of the men. You
Go
know.
ahead.
So yeah. So first thing first. All those facts and all that stuff you are looking for, DNA and all that, no doubt. I mean, this will not be allegedly matter, because this matter, when I mentioned it to you last time, I've already followed it online and I saw that they've done DNA already, okay? And it has already been established that now Uncle get picking. So they know they argue that one. That one already stayed there. They understand, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you should know that if there was any doubt, father, apart from
I'm not hearing you again, no, Uncle
go and
Bill.
do DNA, do you understand? You
Yeah.
know, so that is it. So from the angle that I am going to contribute today is accountability. Okay.
Right.
So my comment is going to be accountability.
Mm-hmm.
It's so unfortunate that in Nigeria, we the men are not held accountable by the law. Okay? There is zero accountability when it comes to the issue of parenthood. Okay? Yes, there is zero accountability. The truth of the matter is, you and I know, as well as the large majority of people or persons in this obodooyinbo channel watching from abroad, that if this issue was to be abroad, that girl has no direct comment with this man now. You understand? This man will be dealing with the girl's lawyer on child support. That's all.
Yeah.
So in the abroad, men is they not say man not get teeth, but you go get lip take over arm or mouth, right? So regardless of what anybody say, trying to shame the girl you are this, you are that, those are irrelevant. You understand? Because the both of them, both the girl and the man, they've done something against, the so-called, presumably, the law of sin, right? So you cannot shame one part. Yes, so it's from both sides. So that's why I always get mad when I see women trying to shame their fellow women. Okay? I know some of them might be in the gang of, oh, I'm a married woman, so when something happens, let me shame the single girl for sleeping with my husband. You are not doing yourself good by doing that. You're not doing yourself good, because most of these girls you are trying to shame, you are not really shaming them. You are shaming yourself. Because why I will first acknowledge that we all men, no one is a saint, even me, myself included. But the truth is, anything that makes a man go and sleep with a woman outside of his marital home, that man should bring out his chest and be able to chest anything that comes with it. That is the truth. As simple as ABC. So when women try to body shame or character shame their fellow women, they are not helping matters. They are not helping matters. Because what this man have done, again, if it was abroad, we help the wife as well as this girl. That is the truth. Because if it's abroad, this man did this thing now, this woman will not be defending him. He will be asking for 50% of his asset.
Yeah.
That is the truth. If he like, one bishop come tell and say he dreams, he say no be man get pikin, say I don't care. As far as the man have admitted to infidelity, okay, it's a good grant for any woman to now say, oh, since Oga, you don't take this step, no problem. That money you think you have, let us share it into two, because now me and you get them. That is it. And the wife will even be okay. In fact, the wife will even be thanking God behind that the husband used his hand to destroy his future.
So why do you think he keeps dragging this matter? That it could have ended a long time ago, especially now that they've done DNA. Why do you think it's so important for him to keep denying he had an affair? He even paid bride price. When we saw that they recorded that they returned bride price, even though we are now learning that once you have a wife that you married legally, you can't have a second wife. The law does not recognize second wife. So why do you think this Tunde Ayeni is prolonging this matter?
Actually, he's actually not the one prolonging the matter, okay? To be honest, yes. Because what happened was the game plan did not work according to what he wanted. So the game plan was, as you don't happen, you don't born for me, I will settle you outside my marriage. So a lot of men do it. They settle. There are some men today, you see, they are wealthy. You just know one wife with them. They go church, they sit down for front seat, big ministry. That man get picking outside with a coded so-called big girl in that Lagos. Okay? That some girls, when you be wondering where did they see money, you don't know, say, now that picking where they get outside, now be the source. Right? So what had happened with this is that this man, as you've already established and we already know from information around the internet, is that he supported this girl having this child abroad. Yes. So he sponsored the trip of this baby, not be Nigeria the born the pikin, sure you know. So he sponsored the girl. They had the baby abroad. They do code the out of shame of the girl. Say, okay, my family, how would they feel? They went ahead to do one coded arrangement. Do you understand? So, but at the end of the day, somehow, it got to Madam's voice, right? And Madam now and Oga dey house. So the woman have already, told this man that you can never accept that child. Not like she doesn't know that it's the man's child. So the difference between having a child and accepting a child.
Yes.
You understand? So
Yeah. She said she heard from God that God told her.
If God still tell her, say, what do they call her? Dankote not get 10,000 naira, I go still believe. You understand? Because with hearing from God, our people can believe anything. Do you understand? So that one is just shenanigans, talking out of point. So it's just the Lulu. So I pity for her because she's not supposed to be putting herself in this kind of situation, by the way. So I'm not trying to shame her, but it's so unfortunate that she have chosen that part of
her husband that put her in that situation.
Yes, and instead of her to remain quiet and allow things play. So the next step here is what is in this case. The question is what is feasible according to this. Now, it is a sad news, but there was a caller I listened to before. I don't know. I think before the last one, or or if on the last Facebook, she was trying to establish something, and I want to agree with that caller, even though she was struggling to express it. I think she was trying to go to this accountability part, which is following the laws of Nigeria and everything. My sister, nothing go happen. You know
the family
why?
don't talk, say they make it come out hand now. The family have told her now to leave the man alone.
Yes. So going by the law of Nigeria, nothing will happen. Do you understand? So nothing will happen. The only thing that can happen is the man's conscience. Do you understand? If he now realize himself, because he knows that this speaking are in blood. Do you understand? You know?
Yeah.
So there are many men out there who know their blood.
Yeah.
Without before, I was even saying allegedly.
Until you see DNA results.
Until I see DNA result.
Now they go say they manipulate the DNA result again.
Yes. Now, even that the same this issue is almost similar to that Cubana one. I spoke with the girl. I spoke with that girl.
It's a lie. You spoke with Helen.
Yes, I sent her money too. I'm on live saying this. Yes. Let me tell you something. I messaged even the so-called Cubana guy, they call him. Yes, I'm older than him. I called him, I messaged him. I know he don't know me for anywhere. I told him, I said in my message, there is no way that we are men, because you can't go to national TV and be making a statement like, even if you're pregnant for me. He didn't deny that, He said, even if you're pregnant for me, there's a way you can go and meet my friends. My friends will not call me. So his problem was the thing came out to the public. So what I'm trying to say here is that most of these men, they are having kids outside. Their problem is it coming to the public. Do you understand? So when it comes to the publicly, they want to what they call it.
It's just they want to salvage their name. Just
salvage their name. I don't know the hypocrisy they're trying to live because that society where we come from.
Now, but I don't be supposed to know now. Say you can't fight this man. I mean, wait, now cause now child support you won't fight and for now. What exactly? He said make you not use the name again. If you use the name, it don't give you money. How is that going to benefit you and your child? So if you ask me, I don't even know what she should fight for. She might have been fighting for recognition or for money, upkeep. But for Nigeria, we know now how.
We know now. So at the end of the day, nothing is going to happen because if she's a lawyer, take it to court anywhere the judge is going to take according to Nigerian law. You are not whatever. You understand what I'm saying? You know,
plenty money when they don't take go court. So if you don't reach to train this speaking, when will they talk so? Because we don't spend money going to court. Ade, thank you, Brabrio. Thank you very much. Ade, unmute yourself. Do you have something to say? Where are you joining us from?
Yes, so Auntie B. Good afternoon. My name is Ade. I'm calling from Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome.
I've been a subscriber for a long time, since the time you were in the UK. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me up. So I've heard what everyone has been saying, and I think I kind of agree with what a lot of people have been saying, but there's something that nobody's saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I actually found out was that, the girl that he impregnated, she's an Igbo lady, right?
Yes.
And in the Igbo culture, if the
Mm.
man does not come to claim the child becomes theirs. You
Right.
understand? So I think that it's part of why he actually went there to actually pay the girl's bride price, so
Mm.
as to have that child bear his name.
So,
So yeah, so
bear his
and
name.
then
Hold on, no. If he went to pay bride price to have the child bear his name, why is it now fighting
then
that?
then, then yeah, so that leads me to the second one. So he
Yeah.
had already gone there. I'm sorry to say that. Some people said he actually followed her to the US, or where, to the UK or whatever, to have the
US to
child.
have the baby.
and
Yeah.
then he signed and then he signed the
The
birth
birth
certificate.
certificate. Yeah.
So he has claimed that child. So whatever he's doing right now outside is just he's just stupid, right? He's just a foolish person. But on the background, that child is his, because if you look at the document, if you look at everything, the child has his name as the father of the child, right? So I think that's the point I'm trying to make, that behind closed doors, this man has already claimed this child. But he's coming out like, just, I don't know, maybe he needs a woman to massage
No, I
his
think I
his
think
ego
no,
or
I think his
something,
wife is doing this to
to
buy
please
back
the
some
wife,
favor.
to please
Yeah.
the wife. But the thing is,
To save face with
he's
his family.
yeah, he's doing himself a disfavor, because that child is still going to bear his last name, and according to the documents that have been written. So, he's just doing himself a disfavor. But the thing is, they have to come out. Forget about the fact that you're a pastor. It's a mistake, right? Everybody needs to come out and own their shit and just own up to it, and everybody should move
It's
on
not even
from
the
it.
end of the world. Thank God for grace, because
Right.
na tani to de la mo àmọ́ ẹni tí
Motola.
àmọ́
Benny.
títọ́lá àmọ́ ẹni títí ẹ̀ kò tí ì
Benny.
jáde.
Benny.
So this is not
Benny.
about judgment, because tọ́lọ́run bá dáwọ́ tó bá ń sàmì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó lè dúró. And I
Benny.
like what that caller from Abuja said. As Christians, we need to learn that yes, some things happen to us sometimes that you can't even explain, and you can even question God, why.
That's right.
Why did you allow this to happen to me? It can happen to anybody. We are human
That's
first.
right.
It's only by grace that we are saved, and this grace is day by day new. Anybody can fall. Do you
That's right.
understand?
That's
But
right.
accountability is also very important. I think that's the part that Brabio was talking about, because the way they've handled this matter, I think personally they haven't handled it. The Ayenis have not handled this very well at all from the
I mean,
beginning.
it's like covering your sin, right? I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
and God says that anybody that covers his sin, he would not even hear that person. So if
yeah.
they are doing all of this, they are doing themselves a disfavor. All they need to do is just, open up and embrace the child, and everybody should just move on. All these
Or just
lies
settle out
about
of social media, settle out
That's
of court.
it. That's it.
Just settle out of
Period.
court.
I mean, you can see the pictures between both of them, even when he got married to her, paid her. Do you know the insults that is even there, that is even fascinating to me, is how the family of the girl came. I saw the video where the family of the girl came
Yeah,
and
we
said
played it at
they
the beginning
wanted
of the
to
show.
return. Yeah, they
Yeah.
wanted to return the bride price. I felt some type of way, like I felt really bad, in as much as I am not in support of side chicks and all of that. But for the family to come together and say we are returning a bride price, I mean, I felt some type of way. I said,
That's
no,
how
this
it
is
is
not,
done now.
this
That's
is
how they
not
do
right.
it.
No, this is not right. I,
And
I
no, I
mean,
think it's because of the way the matter has played out on social media for years. They needed
right.
to do that because I think both families are tired, to be honest. They are tired. This cannot be easy for Mrs. Ayeni, to be honest.
I mean,
It
it is
cannot be
what it
easy.
is. It is what
Yeah,
it is.
it
The,
cannot
the
be easy,
man that you
but
think is your God, that is your savior,
mm,
Lord and Savior, he's out
mm,
there, messing you up. And they said it that it's
mm,
only a man that can, take you to the desert and leave you high and dry. I mean,
mm,
it's a lesson for everyone to learn from. Like, women, build yourself, work on yourself, do things for yourself, because most of these men are selfish. They do not think
mm.
about you at all. Yeah, women should start thinking about themselves first. So
Yeah.
that's all I have to say, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Sister
Thank
B.
you
God
so
bless
much,
you.
Adebam. Lovely to
Alrighty.
have you. Say hello to the whole of Chicago for us. I appreciate you, my sister. God bless. Yeah. So there are wages, though. If you work, you will collect wages. When you do shino, there is wages. So I don't know if you have anything to add. You unmute yourself before I leave. I just want to say one thing about all the people that are involved in this matter. If you see, I've been seeing this matter that's been going on social media, and I don't know how many of you. Is a Yoruba, I think he's a skit maker, Lade or Laden. I don't know. I don't really know him. The thing that involved this Babati, one comedian like that, about the wife going to sleep with someone, is so messy. It's been trending on Facebook and Instagram, right? Where this guy, who is a comedian, he speaks only Yoruba, that he said that his wife went and slept with another guy who is in the industry that he respects. Yeah. And it was his own friend, the two friends, the woman's friend, she both of them they are now dragging each other, exposing each other on social media. And you can see this Ijoba, like the guy, you can see the pain. You can see the hurt. He's going from one platform to the other. Explaining. I just looked at him, man, and I had sympathy for him. It's not like I didn't feel sorry for him. I did, but I was like, in my mind, I was saying, Nigerian men, can you now see when you make excuses for your gender, saying that men are polygamous in nature, that we all can be polygamous in nature, and that cheating hurts? Can you see it? This is the pain that women go through. You guys, you minimize our pain like it's nothing. What's the Ayeni Shere now? What have I done that nobody has done before? And I have a girlfriend. So is that why you want to do this, that? If you leave your husband because he's having a side chick, that means you don't want to marry before. This lander is everywhere, granting interview up and down. In my mind, I was having a conversation with my partner. I'm like, so what is all this interview for now? What is he currently interview for? That he slept with his wife. Hey, yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry that it happened to you. Yeah, I'm not condoning her behavior. She was completely out of line. And if everything that's been, her friends are not revealing about her is true, then obviously, you married a street girl. However, flipping the coin, Nigerian, some of you men have been doing this for generations. You don't see anything wrong in it. You say men are polygamous in nature. And that is why wives like this Ayeni, Barrister Mrs. Ayeni, will come with her full chest and say, I spoke to God, and God said that is not the one. Of course, you know he's the one. You know. It was a relationship that lasted for 10 years, allegedly, paid bride price, even though the law does not recognize it, as you say. It doesn't matter. There's a question of what the law says and what is moral. Those are the two things that we're looking at in these situations. What is moral in this? So in this part of the world, some women will do the same thing. Some will say, you know what? No, this is too much for me. You did this. You broke our family. I'm out. Okay? Nobody is saying you should leave, but don't defend what you don't know. So the point I'm trying to make with that, the story of the Lande guy, is the fact that they say they play truth and truth. It's only the Yoruba speaking people here that will understand this matter that I'm talking about. Don't think you have license to be doing shino, to be cheating up and down. Anybody can cheat. Every human being is polygamous in nature if they want to. The reason why, it doesn't seem as if, I think society has just allowed the average black traditional man to just carry on for so long with no respect for their wives, no regard. They feel empowered by the culture. They feel empowered by tradition. They feel empowered by society that I'm a man, I can do whatever I like. Everybody can do whatever they like. That's why they keep bringing Omoale for you guys. They keep bringing different Omoale for you guys. If we want to look at it, let's just sit down and look at it. Men and women, when it comes to cheating, how many men, even a man in his prime, let's say he's 25 years old, 30 years old, that's when men are in their prime, that they can even they can hammer seriously. How many women can you sleep with in a day? I don't think you have the capacity to sleep with 10 women in a day, no matter how strong and virile you are. But do you know that a woman can sleep with 10 men in one day? Yes. If you didn't know, well, did you not see all those brothels that in Nigeria where they used to have all those auntie that will go and be doing the half cutting like this that men used to go? Do you know how many men enter there in a day? So the point I'm saying is that in anything we do in life, if you don't, first of all, exercise discipline, self-control, you go waka anyhow. I'm sure this is not the first woman that this Uncle Ayeni, he's had affairs with. He's had affairs with many women. But one day you go enter the one where be say you cannot come out. Look at a chief priest as well with this Kenyan woman. I'm sure that's not the first woman he's sleeping with. You see how he's overcompensating on social media, and every day now he's posting his wife. Every day he's buying the wife gift. Every day he's overcompensating because he knows he's guilty. So let us just exercise self-control and discipline. And if you are a girl, a young girl, you know Nigerian girls won't king back because they are all about the bag. You see, they look at all these influencers and they think, oh, I want to be like this. What is the quickest way? What is the quickest way for me to get this money? It's for me to look for a man. Usually the men that have money are always married. Yes, it's not a question of there are no men. The kind of bag that they are looking for, they are married men. So you go around looking for Odogu. You are looking for somebody's husband, Odogu, up and down. And then you go and get pregnant because he's sweet, he's giving you money. Then later when he runs back home, because all these men, forget about the power and the money they have. They're usually cowards when it comes to their wives. Trust me. When it comes to their wife, he will kneel down and be crying and begging, please. He will turn to chicken inside the house. Because he knows. You know how they say that behind a successful man, there's a woman. And that's why, you know, the first caller was telling us about how they started. They started together, and this money, they built this empire together. And then you with your two left leg will now come from nowhere to say, oh, I must insert myself in this marriage. That's why some Nigerian women will never. They will chase you out. They will fight to the last drop of their blood. At the end of the day, does anybody win? No. Because he's brought shame and disrespect to his family name. This anytime you Google Ayeni now, he will come up. Yeah. Ada Obinka, oh my God. Look at what she's done to herself. Fighting to retain a man's name. Dragging from corner to corner, going to court, fighting for DNA all these years. Because for 10 years, you were comfortable chopping the man's money. And because of that, I'm sure if you saw any young boy, you would just look at him, well, this small boy, what do you have to offer me? You have an Odogu. Now, what is a sweet man? I ain't a pie man. The time when they sweet you, will not there, I don't they choke you so. You don't they pie you so. Now they can't do meeting, do board meeting, gather people up and down. They return your bride price in public. You know, it not be tiju be that, not be shame. They can't do a whole conference meeting, how they do to return bride price. After the meeting, they still they court, they drag each other. Now you see they file. You are fighting for your child to take his father's name. Now wow. You go fight for a place like Nigeria. Nothing will come out of him. Nothing. Can see counter by jade benye. Now go just drag on yourself. When you tire, you go rest. When you don't get money for lawyer again, you go rest. Because you know they go anywhere. Nigerian man know they live in wife because they see child side chick. Your place now for corner. As you know, one day corner again, you won't come inside house. You won't come drag. They go show you, say, okay, where you come from? So all of una wanna take more side chick business, so runs. What are they call her now? So what be the latest name when they give them? All those people where they when show business they want to. What can I continue? Hmm? The other day, the other one come say, promise me, moto. I want to be the name of the car. Hook up. Thank you, Jerry Joy. They promise me moto. Say somebody, the banana boy promise me moto. What to be the name of the car, I beg? When they say they promise say they won't buy for them. When hey God, I say I don't understand this generation. May God help us all. When God tell us say our body, we are more than our body is precious in the sight of God. So because of ordinary motor, when you fit a get accident, go scatter the next day. Lamborghini, you surrender your body. Shame no even catch you. The matter still come out. You still go there, go they show people say na me. Na me oh. Lambo. Because of Lambo. When Bible talk say you are more precious than rubies. No kuku know ourselves. We don't know ourselves as women. The only thing we think about is my money. I'm not saying that money is not good though, but it's becoming very dangerous now because the way all these guys are looking for Lambo, looking for this, looking for that, looking for Odogo up and down. I don't know. Somebody could talk on that day very soon to see. Look now continue. Now what? Now trade by barter marriage they do. You go list your what you go buy for you. Yourself go list how many children you go buy born for them. Now so I go do them because I don't tire. It's just now. So finally, I'm just gonna end by women. Especially you wanna be wife, Mrs. All the Mrs. Allah work by you. May the Lord be with you. God will continue to help you. It's not easy to build. When you build with someone, you don't want someone to take it away. But please, don't ever vouch for anybody. Don't come out and say my husband can never be this. My husband can. They go use your face rub ground. You say your husband cannot do this. Your husband cannot do this. DNA they don't do a 99.9999999 show. It's only Nigeria you can try that nonsense. If it's here in the abroad, your husband will pay for that child. But na Nigeria now, so meanwhile, yes, Natasha don't carry Akpabio go US court too. Now that one I just hear now. Natasha don't carry Akpabio go court for US, so she don't carry her case. Nigeria court, you don't enter US. This is just the beginning. Akpabio don't buy markets. Meanwhile, now yes, say the Senate committee, the Senate committee chairman on ethics. Now this bad lawyer from New York, when they disband, allegedly they said that he was even involved in a lot of fraudulent. You should go and watch it in Adiola. He's the one that they disbarred him in the US. He come Nigeria. He's the Senate committee chairman on ethics. Nigeria, my country. Yes. Oh dear, guys, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. This is just the beginning. If Akpabio is not careful, he's the one that will be did for Ayeni, that his own will be worse because Natasha will never back down. She will not surrender. Where did she go? Is it Geneva or where? United Nations. Okay. This is just the beginning. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you. Give us a thumbs up. I heard the story of so the other day I shared a story with you guys about a man again. All this matter what they talk for here. So when the day when they want the man they won't come do better and I wife come show with 2 adult children. You guys remember the story? How many of you remember the story? I did it not too long ago, about a month ago. There's an update on that matter, and the update is very, very hot. If you want to hear it, give us a thumbs up. I'll bring it to your hearing. I might bring it tomorrow even. I won't wait Thursday. Very, very interesting update about what happened to the man. They said the family went to do the Kinongbe The DNA is the one they do for child. The person that what do they do for them? Autopsy. Okay. I will give you guys the update again. And I should bring it tomorrow. Also, I will bring it tomorrow. Tell them to like. People did not like now. We don't even have up to 200 likes. And we've had over 700 people in the studio. Give us a thumbs up. I will give you the update. Call on Sha Nufuwa. Call on Sha Nufuwa. It is well, oh. Hey, some people can be very, very dangerous, yo. It is well. Which one is that one, Uncle Bill? I saw a lot of people sharing the video with me, but I don't really know the background of it. So I saw the video, but I don't know what happened. I just saw one man that was not looking okay. What happened there? If I know a little bit more, then definitely, yeah, why not? We'll talk about it. Thank you so much, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. And I shall see you guys tomorrow night. If we have 500 likes, I'll be here tomorrow night to come and give you correct updates on that matter. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Everybody that has liked, God will bless you. God will honor you. God will elevate you from glory to glory in Jesus' name. Thank you. Eshe gan.